Hi everybody, this is Stephen Pugh of the Home Bible College. I want to do another video in my series on Ministerial Integrity, and this time it's the last of these exhortations. It's number 32, and the exhortation is be fun and full of the joy of the Lord. If you found these exhortations to be daunting or serious, then that's good, because this is exactly what all these exhortations are. They're all serious and they're daunting. However, I want to give you one more, which I'm very sure, based on the observation of myself over all my life, all of the great ministers of the gospel that I have ever known have all been men of fun and full of the joy of the Lord. They were not bitter men or twisted, as many people can be. They were relaxed about themselves. They could take a joke and they could tell a joke. They were men of irrepressible fun and full of the joy that the Lord gives to those who have a sense of peace and security which they find in God. I can give you example after example, people who were fun to be with, and yet they were not given to jesting overmuch. Whoever you read of the ministers of the gospel, they'll all be men of fun, great with children. Children love the company of men like this. And I'm going to talk to you about one of my heroes, a man called Harold St. John. Now, Harold St. John had his own children, and he realized that to be able to engage with his own children, he would have to learn their language and especially their humor. So he took out a subscription for a weekly children's comic, and he would read it with the interest of a child and the analytical mind of a Greek scholar that he was. And often at conferences, people, when they looked for him, they would find him in the Sunday school room surrounded by children, even very little young children, and there'd be screams of laughter as he would recite silly poems and play word games with them. His favourite game was that they would all have a Bible, and they would read a verse, and he would tell them where the verse came from. And every time he got it right, and they would roar with giggles. They never caught him out. The joy of knowing where you are with the Lord and the sheer joy of life and healthy occupations are the hallmark of a man of God. Now, on our next episode, we'll be changing. We're going to talk about ministerial failure. We're also going to be taking other issues eventually. We're going to be talking about the difference between private and public life. The minister, after all, is a public figure. We're going to talk about the qualifications of a minister, the recognition of a minister, the retirement of a minister from public life, the repentance of a minister, the restoration of a minister, the reporting of a minister, repercussions of ministerial failure, the spiritual state of those who fall under the covenants of God, and the spiritual state of those who fall in grace. And we're going to bring everything to a conclusion much later. There'll be a few, in the book, there'll be a few appendices which you can read and take note of. But there we are. We look forward to catching up with you on our next episode, and we wish you every blessing. Bye for now.